And welcome back, race fans, to Right Rear Racing. Tonight we are bringing you the Dirt Series Promotions Spring Showdown season opener for the Spring 50 here at Volusia. We're going to have, looks like we're going to have 44 drivers tonight for your season opener. And with 44 drivers for your season opener, this is how the order of events are going to happen tonight. We're going to have a 6-minute hot laps, which they are currently in with about 5:30, with 30 seconds still left. Then we're going to do a 2-lap qualifying for every car, and it's going to be at their discretion. We're not going to do single car qualifying, and then it's going to go straight into a 5 heat races, with the top 4 being inverted. It's going to be an 8-lap heat race with the top 4 transferring straight into your main event. Then we're going to have 2 B mains with 8 laps, with the top 2 transferring to your main event. Then we're going to have a 40-minute warm-up, followed by your 50-lap main event to conclude the night. And that's going to be a 24-car starting field for tonight. And we are done with our warm-ups here. So we're going to go into your qualifying. And how I do it here on Right Rear Racing, we're going to go out there. We're going to follow the first few cars that jump out there, as we're going to go with the 85 of Brad Lawson. As he goes down the back straightaway, he's getting his momentum built up. They only have 3 minutes to go out there for 44 cars. And the 85 is coming out of the turn 4. He's getting his green flag. He's going up to the high side there in turns 1 and 2. As he goes down the back straightaway, he's going to get that momentum still built up here. And as he's in turns 3 and 4, he's still getting the high side ripping there. He's coming out of turn number 4. His first lap is going to put him at the top of the leaderboard with a 15:49. We have Jordan and Brandon Marlowe in that 37 machine. He's going to jump up to the top of the leaderboard. Can Brad come through with his second lap? His second lap is going to be at 15:71. We're going to go follow the 22 machine of Caleb Branch. His first lap was a 15:92, and his second lap is going to be a 15:52. That's going to put him 7th on the board. We're going to have Jacob Laster coming through with the first lap of 15:40 as he goes in turn 1 and 2, and he's coming down the back straightaway now on his second lap. And on his second lap, he's trying to get better here to put a little bit more gap there. And he got a 15:50, but he's still on the top of the leaderboard. And we're going to go follow along with Alan Bergen in that 2 machine, as he's completed his laps already too. So we're going to follow along with the 103 of John Lucian as he's coming out turn number 4. I believe that's going to be his first lap. And his first lap is going to put him 26 with a 15:70. He's bumped down to 29th already as he's coming down. And he's got a little bit crossed up there and enter turn number 3. And his second time is going to be a 15:70 again. And Cade is 15th. I believe everyone has not qualified. I thought they did. As we follow along with Zach in the 17 machine, he's going to be coming out of turn number 4 for his first lap. And his first lap, he's going to get a, if I can find where he jumped to here, he's going to jump up to 13th with a 15:47. And he comes out of turn number 4 for his second lap. He's going to get a little bit better there. He's going to be in your top 10, with a 15:43. We're going to have Daniel in the 87. He's going to be at the pole, or with your quick time, of a 15:28. Caden has a 15:29. He's going to be second and third. And we're going straight into your racing for tonight. It's going to be Brad Lawson in the 85 on the pole. On his outside is going to be Brandon Rich in the 357. Inside row number 2, we're going to have the 157 of Drew Hopkins. On his outside is going to be the 87 of Daniel Elkins. Inside row number 3, we're going to have Josh Smith in the 83. On his outside is going to be Lawson Williams in the 14 machine. And row number 4, we have Chase Petty in the 18. And on his outside is going to be Dylan McKee in the 12. And rounding out the field for heat race number 1 is going to be Colton Snyder in the 24 machine. And for heat race number 1 being underway here, they're starting their pacing. Reminder that the top 4 the top 4 will be going to your main event. There is a red line for where the cutoff is on your screen over on your left-hand side for the leaderboard there. As the pace truck lights are off, they're getting the rolled up green flag. They're ready to go green flag racing as the 85 of Brandon Rich is going to be, or that's Brad Lawson, sorry, that is leading us out of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. And the 85 of Brad Lawson's coming out of turn 4 as the pace truck pulls off. They have the green flag, and the 85 is going to hit that loud pedal to get going. The 357 of Brandon Rich, he's getting the high side going. Here comes the 85 down low. The 357, he's going to take the lead, coming out of turn number 2 and go down the back straightaway. The 85 of Brad Lawson, he's sitting in second with 157 of Drew Hopkins. Looking down low, he's going to battle it out for third, and it's going to be the 87 of Daniel finishing in third currently. And remember, the top 4 are going to be transferring the 14 machine of Lawson Williams. He's going to be trying to battle it out. He hit the outside wall there. Here comes the 12 and the 83 trying to reel in the top 4 here. And here comes the 18 down low. We're going to do a slide job, bump into the 12 machine. And they make contact back there on turn 2 on the back straightaway. It's going to be the 357, the 87, 157, and the 85 for your top 4. The 83 is just outside that bubble. As we go up here and we'll look at your top 4 drivers here, your second, third, and fourth are right on top of each other as they go down the back straightaway. The 157 of Drew Hopkins, he's trying to reel in that 87 machine of Daniel as they go down the back straightaway. We're halfway through with heat race number 1. Here comes the pass for your lead. And the 357 of Brandon Rich, he's holding him off. Now he goes down low in turn number 1. The 87 is looking up high, and he's going to get momentum coming out back straightaway. They're going to be nose to tail going back straightaway. And here we go in turn number 3. He's going down low with the 87 and the high side of 357. We're going to have a new leader coming out turn number 4, and that's going to be the 87. Here comes the 157 down low. And he's going to cut it off there as we have 2 laps to go. And the 87 of Daniel Elkins is going to be leading the heat race number 1 to the white flag this time around, followed by the 357 of Brandon Rich. Drew Hopkins in the 157, he's sitting in third, with Brad Lawson in that final transfer spot, and Josh Smith right there outside the bubble. And they're coming out turn number 4. 87 of Daniel Elkins is going to take heat race number 1, followed by Brandon Rich and Drew Hopkins, and finishing out your top 3. And Brad Lawson will finish out the top 4 going into the main event. And the ones that are going to go to your B main is going to be Josh Smith in the 83, Colton Snyder in the 24, Dylan McKee in the 12, Chase Petty in the 18, and Lawson Williams in the 14. And heat race number 2 is on the starting line, on the grid now. The 124 of Cade Ballinger is going to be on the pole. On his outside is going to be Jordan Moore in the 522. Inside row number 2, we're going to have Brandon Marlowe in the 37 machine, and on his outside is going to be Caden McWhirter in the 014. Inside row number 3, we have Hunter Hensley in the 65 machine, and on his outside is going to be the number 3 of Cody Connor. Inside row number 4, we're going to have Tyler Carter in the 020. And on his outside is going to be Blake Bailey in the 011. And rounding out the field for heat race number 2 is going to be the 96 of Matt Mitchell. Again, the top 4 go into your main event. And the top 4 are actually inverted currently for their qualifying. As the 014 of Caden McWhorter is your second fastest for tonight for the qualifying session. And they're going to be led by Cade Ballinger in that 124 leading into turn number 1. The lights are out. They're getting rolled up green flag. We're going to go green flag racing next time around. As they're led down the back straightaway, maintaining that pace, ready to go. Again, we got that red line for your transfers. The pace truck's going to be pulling in. And Cade Ballinger's getting that green flag. He's getting that loud pedal. The 522 on the outside and the 124 down low. The 124 is going to slip up, enter turn 1, and that's going to push him back. The 522 of Jordan Moore, he's going to take over the point. The 14 of Caden McWhorter is going to move it up to second. Third is going to be the 37 of Brandon Marlowe. And the 65 is looking down low, and that's going to be Hunter Hensley. With a 3 of Cody Connor in fourth in the final transfer spot. With the 124 looking down low, they're going to be battling up for that final transfer spot for your main event. As they make it their way to the line, it's going to be Cade at the line, and the 3 machines getting the high side rolling here as they come out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Then we're going to keep it here on your final transfer spot as they're battling it out here. The 124 slipped up, goes down low just a little bit more. The 3 of Cody Connor is going to be sitting in that fourth and final transfer spot. We have contact at the front between the 14 and the 522, and the 522 is going backwards just a little bit. And here comes the 3, hard on the charge. He's wanting more real estate there as they have reached the halfway point of heat race number 2. And we have a battle between the 3 and the 124 as they come out of the back straightaway. And that's for your final transfer spot. The 124 is going to try to throw a slide job on Cody Connor. And the 124 is going to take over your fourth and final transfer spot. And we're going to be 3 wide right behind them between the 3, 11, and 65 just for a little bit as they go down the back straightaway. We are reaching the final laps of this event. We're getting the popsicle sticks as we have 2 more laps remaining. And Cade Ballinger's on that transfer bubble. As the 3 of Cody Connor is sitting in 5th. He will be in the one of the B mains. He's getting bumped there by Blake Bailey of that 011 machine. They're getting the white flag, still led by Caden McWhorter. The 011 and the 3 are battling out there for the 5th position. As they go in turn number 3, we're going to go look at the leader here. Coming out turn number 4, it's going to be Caden McWhorter, followed by Jordan Moore, Brandon Marlowe, and Cade Ballinger rounding out the top 4. And they're going on to your main event tonight. And the rest of the field looked like this. If it pulls up here for you. And thank you for sharing and liking the stream. And the top 4 are the ones that transferred. Then we have Cody Connor in the 3 machine finishing 5th. Blake Bailey in the 011 6th. Tyler Carter finishing 7th. Hunter Hensley in 9th. And Matt Mitchell rounding out the field. Heat race number 3 is already on the lineup, ready to go. And we're going to have the 20 of Alan Westling on the pole. On his outside is going to be the 015 of Michael Carter. Inside row number 2 is going to be the 27 of Jordan. On his outside is going to be James Braswell Jr. in the 109. Inside row number 3, we have Brad Allman in the 9 machine. And on his outside is going to be Evan Hinckley in the 7. Inside row number 4, we have Lucas Powell in the 029. And on his outside is going to be John Tobias in the 03. And rounding out the heat race number 3 field is going to be Travis in the 89 machine. Again, the top 4 transfer into your main event. The rest are going to your B main. Again, thank you for joining in on Facebook or YouTube. Please give us a like, follow, and share whichever side you're at. It's greatly appreciated. Jump in the chat. We will chat with you as much as we can during the broadcast. The B band's coming here shortly, man, and I'm a B band bandit as well. But heat race number 3, we have the 20 car of Alan Westling leading the field, coming down the back straightaway as they are ready to go green flag racing. Coming out turn 4 this time around. And Alan Westland is getting that green flag. He's ready to go. He's going to lead us into turn number 1 with the 015 of Michael Carter on his outside. Michael Carter's going to dive low. He's going to take the point. Coming down the back straightaway, we're still going to be side by side. I believe that is the 109 of James Braswell. He's good looking down low. He's going to take over your third position. The 27 is going to be on that bubble. The 20 of James, that's Alan Westling, slipped up there in 1 and 2. Here comes the 27. They're going to be battling it out there for your 4th and final transfer spot, even though it's for 3rd as well. The 27 is looking down low. He wants that insurance as he has Brad Almond hot on his heels, and Brad Almond's in that final transfer spot. The 20 machine hits that outside wall and collected a few others as well. So it's still going to be the 015 of Michael Carter leading the field, followed by James Braswell, Jordan in that 27 machine, and Brad Almonds in 4th and your final transfer spot. He's looking down low here and there to try to make a pass. And I thought I'd put that up there for you. Sorry about that, guys. Again, that red line is your bubble as the 89 of Travis is trying to reel in the 9 of Brad Almond. Brad Almond is on your transfer bubble. He's into the main event as we are just 5 laps in of this 8-lap event. The 15 of Michael Carter's leading the field. Here comes the 109 of James Braswell. He's looking down low. He's going to throw a slide job in 3 and 4. As the Michael Carter looks down low at the line, it's still going to be Michael Carter. And they enter turn 1 and 2 as they got 2 laps remaining in this event. The 109 of James Braswell, he's taking the lead here. And he's coming out turn number 4. He's getting a white flag as we have 1 more lap around. He's going to be leading us in turn number 1. Michael Carter's going to be trying to reel him in here as they come down the back straightaway. And it looks like it's going to be James Braswell leading us in turn number 3 and to the checkered flag as they come out turn number 4, followed by Michael Carter and Jordan in that 27 machine. And your final transfer position, the 9 of Brad Almond. The rest of the results for heat race number 3 is going to look like this. We're going to have Travis in 5th, John Tobias in 6th, Lucas Powell in 7th, Evan Hinckley in 8th, and Alan Westland rounding out the field. And heat race number 4 is lined up now. We're going to have Austin Davis in that 019 machine. He's going to be on the pole. And on his outside is going to be Mitchell Brady in the 113. Inside row number 3, we have Zachary Mincer in the 17 machine. And Briley in the 212 on his outside. Inside row number 3, we have Joey Neese in the 5 machine. And on his outside is going to be Earl in the 61. Inside row number 4, we have Nolan Bryant in the 11 machine. And on his outside is going to be Gavin Balderas in the 01. And rounding out the field for heat race number 4 is going to be Alan Bergen in the 2 machine. Again, the top 4 transfer into your main event. The rest are going to a 8-lap B main. And for the Dirt Series promotions, I'd like to thank all the sponsors. You see them up on your top right corner. We have Term 2 Photography, Finish First Designs, All Out Graphics, and Butt Kickers are the ones that I remember off the top of my head here. As the 019 of Austin Davis is going to be leading us to the green, coming out of turn number 4. And he's hitting that loud pedal. He's ready to go. The 113 of Mitchell Brady, he's going to be on his outside, on the outside there. Here comes the 17 machine. He's going to push up a little bit, and the 113 of Mitchell Brady is going to get a good run here. He's going to look down low in turn number 3. As we come out of turn number 4, it's going to be the 019 getting that high side momentum going. He's going to lead lap number 1. The 113 is in second. The 212's in third. And Zachary's on that bubble, and you have Earl in the 61 machine, hot on his heels, ready to go. And here comes Gavin Balderas. He's sitting in 6th. And we're going to watch your final transfer spots. We got race up front between the 113 and the 19 and the 212 with the 17. Oh, and the 212 hit the outside wall and enter turn 3. And here comes the 61 of Earl. He's trying to roll him back in here. And here goes the 212 looking down low in turn 1 and 2. We make contact with the 19 machine, and that's going to move everyone up here. We're going to have Mitchell Brady, Briley Putman, Zachary there, and we have contact. We're going to go back there as there was contact there, and a caution flag has came out. Your first caution flag of the night. As we go on board and watch Gavin Balderas make contact, you see the crash with Austin Davis there, and Gavin Balderas is in that 4th and final transfer spot and got pushed off the track right there. Again, that's going to bring out your first caution flag of the night. These drivers are driving hard as they're right there on that bubble. The 113 of Mitchell Brady is going to be leading the field, followed by the 212 of Briley Putman. The 17 of Zachary is going to be in 3rd, and that 4th and final transfer spot will be with the 61 of Earl Arts Jr. Don't count out Joey Neese in that 5 machine or the 2 of Alan Bergen. And I believe Austin Davis and Gavin Balderas are both in the pits currently. And that gives me a chance to catch my breath and get going here, as I believe we got the rolled up green flag. We're ready to go racing as they come down the back straightaway. Again, we have one more heat race following this. As Mitchell Brady is going to be hitting that loud pedal, he's going to get going. He's going to be leading the field. As we're halfway through with heat race number 4, the 212 of Bradley Putman. He's going to be sitting in 2nd, followed by the 17 of Zachary Mincer. And then Earl Arts is in that 61 machine. He's going to be on your bubble as Joey Neese is looking down low of Nolan Bryant. Again, the 61 is on the bubble with the 11 hard on his heels of Nolan Bryant. As the field is led by Mitchell Brady. They have gotten the popsicle sticks as they have 2 laps remaining. We're going to stay here on the bubble between the 61 and the 11. As the 11 blinks out just a little bit, they're going to come down the back straightaway. They're getting the white flag this time around, coming out turn number 4. And the 5 of Joey Neese is looking down low. He's going to try to do a 2-for-1 special and get into your main event. As they're going to go 3 wide for your final transfer spot, enter turn number 1. We're going to have contact between your 5th and 6th place drivers of the 5 and the 11. Earl Arts is glad to see that. As they go and coming out turn number 2, it's going to be the 113 of Mitchell Brady, followed by the 212 of Bradley Putman, the 17 of Zachary Mincer, and the 61 of Earl Arts Jr. is going to round out your field for your qualifiers for tonight. And the rest of the field is going to look like this, with Nolan Bryant in that 11 machine finishing 5th. Joey Neese in the 5 machine 6th. Alan Bergen in the 2 7th. Austin Davis in the 019 is going to finish 8th. And Gavin Balderas in the 01 is going to round out the field for heat race number 4. Heat race number 5 is on the field now. And heat race number 5, we have Caleb Branch in the 22 on the pole. On his outside is going to be Tyson Banks in the 747. Inside row number 2, we have Tyler Burrow in the 35. On his outside is going to be the 51 of Jacob Lassiter. Inside row number 3, we have Tyler Porter in the 003. On his outside is going to be Kevin Coburn in the 1 machine. And the 4th row inside is going to be John Lucian in the 103. And on his outside is going to be the 30 machine of Mike Meniz. As they're, again, that's going to be the top 4 are going to be going to your main event. As the field is going to be led by the 22 of Caleb Branch. We've been having some good battles here for your final transfer spots. We're going to be led down the back straightaway as we're going to go green flag racing as they come out turn number 4. Again, led by the 22 of Caleb Branch with Tyson Banks on his outside in that 747. The pace truck's going to dive in turn number 4. They're waiting for that green flag. And they got the green flag. They're ready to go. They're going to go into turn number 1 side by side. It's going to be the 22 slipping up to the top side. Here comes Tyson Banks in that 747. We're going to be battling it out here with the 747 going down low. We're going to be 3 wide for your second position. And the 747 is going to take over your lead. Here comes the 51 hot on his heels as they're going to be battling it out for the lead. And they're going to be side by side. Coming down the back straightaway here. The 35's hot on bubble here with Kevin Colburn. He's going to be hot on his heels looking on the outside with the 003 of Tyler Porter looking down low. Tyler Porter's going to make contact with the 1 of Kevin Colburn going in, coming off turn 4. They're coming back there again. We're going to be watching that 35 machine as he's on the bubble for making the main as he reels in the 22 of Caleb Branch. The 57's looking down low as they come out turn number 2, with the 747 still on the outside. He's still maintaining that lead. You have your top 4 separating themselves from the rest of the field as we are halfway through with your final heat race for tonight. The 747 Tyson Banks still leading the field, followed by the 51 of Jacob Lassiter, the 22 of Caleb Branch, and here comes the 35 of Tyler Burrow. He's looking down low. He wants that insurance there as they come to down the front straightaway. It's still going to be the 22 leading the 35. And they're going to be racing it out down the back straightaway. The top 4, again, are separating themselves from the rest of the field as they're getting the popsicle sticks. They have 2 more laps remaining for your heat race tonight. Here comes the 35 looking down low. He wants that 3rd place position. He's going to slide the 22, but the 22 is going to cross him over and come down the back straightaway, maintaining your 3rd position. The 35 is getting the high side going. The 22 is going to cut him off. The 747 is getting the white flag as the rest of the field as they go in turn number 1 for one final time for your heat race action. The 747 of Tyson Banks is going to go in turn number 3 and leading the field as he's coming out turn number 4. He's going to take the checkered flag, followed by the 51 of Jacob Lassiter, the 22 of Caleb Branch, and followed by the 35 of Tyler Burrow. And that's going to round out your qualifiers for your main event tonight. And the rest of the field is going to look like this. It's going to be Tyler Porter in that 003. He's going to finish 5th. John Lucian in the 103 is going to finish 6th. Kevin Coburn in the 1 machine is going to finish 7th. And Michael Meniz is going to finish 8th in that 30 machine. And now we go to your 8-lap main events. 8-lap B main events. And on the pole for your B main number 1 is going to be Josh Smith in the 83 machine. On his outside is going to be Travis in the 89. Inside row number 2, we have the 003 of Tyler Porter. On his outside is going to be Blake Bailey in the 011. Row 3, we have Joe Neese in the 5 machine, and on his outside is going to be Dylan McKee in the 12. Row 4, we have Lucas Powell in the 029, and on his outside is going to be Kevin Coburn in the 1 machine. Inside row number 10, we have Hunter Hensley in the 65, and on his outside is going to be Austin Davis in the 019. Inside row number 6, we have Lawson Williams, and on his outside is going to be Alan Westling in the 20 machine. And that's going to round out your field for your B main tonight, your B main number 1. Again, we're going to take the top 2 from your B mains. As we move that line for you right there. Again, the top 2 are going to be transferring over as their 83 of Josh Smith is going to lead us into turn number 3. He's waiting for that start zone, for that green flag as the pace truck pulls in. And Josh Smith is going to hit that loud pedal. He's ready to go. Travis is on his outside in that 89 machine. He's going to try to get that momentum going. Here comes the 89 on the outside. He's going to take the point. The 011 of Blake Bailey is on the outside. Here comes the 5 down low, and that's going to be Joey Neese. And the outside is getting that momentum going. It's going to be the 83 followed by the 89 for lap number 1. The 5 of Joey Neese is getting the slide job. He's going to slide up and lose traction. And now we have a battle between Blake Bailey and the 89 of Travis Crothers. It's going to be the 011 of Blake Bailey right there as these two are battling it out. Josh Smith in the 83 machine, he's going to be getting some distance between these two. The 011 is going to throw that slide job, and the 89 is coming down low. He's going to throw a slide job in 3 and 4. We got some action here for your last and final transfer spot for your main event as the 11 and the 83, the 89 are battling it out. The 11 is going to get the slider in 1 and 2 and lead us down the back straightaway. Here goes another slider from the 89 and turns 3 and 4. He's not going to clear it, and he cut it off as we're halfway through with B main number 1, and Blake Bailey in that 011 machine is going to be in your final transfer spot for your B main to go into your A. As we're still led by the 83 of Josh Smith as we have completed lap number 5 and start lap number 6 here. Their field is kind of separating themselves just a little bit. Josh Smith is still leading the field. And as he comes out of turn number 4 this time around, he's going to get the popsicle sticks as we have 2 more laps remaining. Followed by Blake Bailey in that 011 machine. Those are your 2 transfer cars. And Josh Smith is going to be leading us out turn number 4. He's getting the white flag as we have one more time around for this B main event. And he's getting that high side going there. And we're coming out turn number 4. Josh Smith is going to take the B main number 1 win, followed by the 011 of Blake Bailey. And the rest of the field is going to look like this. Again, you're going to have Josh Smith and Blake Bailey making the field, and the rest are going to be loaded up and going home for tonight. So that's going to be Travis in the 89, Kevin Coburn in the 1, Tyler Porter in the 003, Hunter Hensley in the 65, Lucas Powell in the 029, Alan Westland in the 20 machine, Austin Davis in the 019. Joey Neese is going to round out your top 10, followed by Dylan McKee in the 12, and Lawson Williams rounds out the field. And your B main number 2 is out on the field now. On the pole is going to be the number 3 of Cody Connor, and on his outside is going to be Nolan Bryant in the 11. Inside row number 2, we have Colton Snyder in the 24. On his outside is going to be John Tobias in the 03. Inside row number 3, we have John Lucian in the 103. On his outside is going to be Tyler Carter in the 020. Inside row number 4, we have Alan Bergen in the 2 machine, and Chase Petty on his outside in the 18. Inside row number 10, we have Evan Hinckley in the 7, and on his outside is going to be Mike Muniz in the 30. And rounding out the last and final row for your B main number 2 is going to be Matt Mitchell in the 96 and Gavin Balderas in the 01. As they're getting the rolled up green flag, they're ready to go. Again, the top 2 are going to transfer to your main event, and that's going to be a 50-lap main event tonight. And the field is going to be led by Cody Connor in that 3 machine. There's some drivers that didn't make the call. I believe that was the 18 of Chase Petty. And Cody Connor's getting to that start zone. He's getting that green flag. He's hitting that loud pedal. He's ready to go. We're going to go green flag racing as we have 8 laps in this event. The 03 slipped up there here of John Tobias. The 3 machine is going to take your point. Nolan Bryant in that 11 machine is going to be sitting in your final transfer spot, followed by the 24 of Colton Snyder. And we have some racing action going on for your 4th position. That's going to be the 103 of John Lucian and the 7 of Evan Hinckley. We're going to keep it up here with Nolan Bryant in that 11 machine as he's the final transfer car for your main event tonight. As he's blinking there just a little bit, we're going to go follow Colton Snyder, which is on the bubble of not making the event. He's going to be running that high side. He's trying to reel him in. The 11 machine is trying to get Cody Connor, and he's still blinking there as he's come down the back straightaway. And Cody Connor is going to be leading us in turn number 3. And as he comes out of turn number 4, he's getting the cross flags as we're halfway through with this event. And still led by Cody Connor in that 3 machine going down the back straightaway. The 24 is looking down low on the 11 machine as he's looking to make a slide job. He's going to be side by side coming out of turn number 4. And there's the 24 is still looking down low. He doesn't know where he's at. And he's going to throw that slide job, and the 11 machine is going to look down low. This is for your final transfer spot for tonight as they're coming in turn number 3, still side by side. The 11 machine is going to push up. So this is the 24. They're going to be at the line. They have the pop sticks as we have 2 laps remaining. This is battle for your final transfer spot between the 24 and the 11. The 24 is going to get the high side going in turn 1 and 2 as they go down the back straightaway. He's gaining some distance from that 11 machine. And they're coming out of turn number 4. Cody Connor's getting that white flag as well as the whole field right behind him. The 24 of Colton Snyder's made his move into your final transfer spot with the 11 of Nolan Bryant right there in 3rd. And Cody Connor's coming out of turn number 4. He's getting the checkered flag as he's going to win. Your B main number 2, followed by the 24 of Colton Snyder. And those are going to be your transfer cars for tonight's main event. We're going to look at the rest of the field and see how everyone else did. Pull up for me. And they're starting their warm-up session for the 24 drivers that have made the field. We're going to have Cody Connor taking the win, followed by Colton Snyder in the 24 machine. Those are going to be your 2 transfer cars for tonight's event. We're going to have Nolan Bryant in 3rd, Evan Hinckley in 4th, Gavin Balderas finishes in your top 5, Alan Bergen in 6th, Matt Mitchell in 7th, John Tobias in 8th, John Lucian in 9th, Mike Muniz in 10th, Tyler Carter in 11th, and rounding off the field is going to be Chase Petty, as I believe Chase Petty did not make a lap for your B main number 2. We're going to have roughly a 2 to 3 minute warm-up session here. And as they do their warm-up session, I'm going to take a drink of water and try to catch up with the chat here and get ready for the 50-lap main event here as we have 24 strong cars ready to go. And as they're doing their warm-up session, trying to break this track in, ready to go, get it ready to go for your 50-lap main event tonight. If you're interested in running for, that line should not be up there right now, but if you are interested in running in the Dirt Series promotions events, go to the dirtseries.com and sign up for their events there. You can see the next week event is going to be at I-55, and then we have another race as well. And I'm going to pull up the schedule for you as I have the website up on my screen. We have February 27th is going to be at I-55, and then we're going to have March 6th at Eldora Speedway for race number 3 of your Spring Showdown. Then they're going to take a week off for the Spring Showdown and do a slick track challenge at a track to be announced on March 13th. Then we pick back up with the Spring Showdown for race number 4 at Charlotte on March 20th, followed by Lanier on the 27th of March for race number 5, and the championship night will be April 3rd at Lucas Oil Speedway. Again, we have 50 laps tonight for your main event. Again, thank you for joining in here on Right Rear Racing. If you haven't done so yet, please like, follow, subscribe, and share the video as we are getting to our main event. It should be interesting as the heat races and B mains were all interesting as well. And your main event is starting to grid up now. And we're going to have 24 cars for your main event. And starting on the pole, we're going to have Daniel Elkins in that 87 machine. And on his outside is going to be Caden McWhorter in the 014. Inside row number 3, we have James Broswell Jr. in the 109. And on his outside is going to be Mitchell Brady in the 113. Inside row number 3, we have Tyson Banks in the 747. And on his outside is going to be Brandon Rich in the 357. Inside row number 4, we have Jordan Moore in the 522 with Michael Carter in the 015 on his outside. Row number 10, we have Bradley Putman in the 212, and on his outside is going to be Jacob Laster in the 51. Row 6 on the inside is going to be Drew Hopkins in the 157, and on his outside is going to be Brandon Marlowe in the 37 machine. Row 7, we have Jordan in the 27 machine on the inside, and on the outside, we have Zachary Mincer in the 17. Row 8, we have Caleb Branch in the 22. On his outside is going to be Brad Lawson in the 85. Row 9, we have Cade Ballinger in the 124. On his outside is going to be the 9 of Brad Allman. In the 10th row on the inside is going to be Earl Arts Jr. in the 61 machine, and on his outside is going to be Tyler Burrow in the 35. And your transfers for tonight from your B main inside row number 11 is going to be Josh Smith in the 83. On his outside is going to be Cody Connor in the 3 machine with Blake Bailey on the inside of the last row in the 011 and Colton Snyder rounding out the field. As we're ready to go, green flag racing, Daniel and that Elkins in the 87 machine is going to be leading the field as they come out of the back straightaway, out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. Again, this is a 50-lap main event. No caution flags will be called, or no caution flag laps will count, I should say. And that we're giving everyone time here. As they start bunching up again here. And we got a lot of Bailey fans in here. As Bailey is starting back there in the back, he's going to make his way back up through the field. And the pace truck pulls off in turn number 4. And we're going to go green flag racing, led by the 87 of Daniel Elkins. As he goes down low, he's going to throw a slide job and go to the high side in turn 2. And here comes the 14 down low. We're going to make contact down the back straightaway. As they go in turn number 3, it's going to be the 14 machine. And here comes the 87 looking down low. The 14 is going to lead lap number 1. He has the 747 looking down low too, as they're all still on top of each other. The 747 is getting that low side going. The 87 is still going to be sitting in second, followed by the 109 of James Broswell. He's going to finish out your top 3 with the 747 of Tyson Banks. He's looking down low. He's going to get third. Coming out turn number 4, he's looking down low on the 87 machine. This is going to be a battle for second. Coming out turn number 2, the 747 is going to clear him, and he's going to take over your second position. Here comes the 212 of Briley Putman looking down low. He's going to take over your third position, as they're still battling it out back there for your fifth between the 109 and the 87. As the 109 looks down low, we're going to have a caution flag coming out. And it's going to be your first caution flag for your main event, as these top 5 drivers are already battling it out. Imagine how it was going through the rest of the field. We're going to take a look and follow along with Jordan, I think, as Jordan's not there. Try taking a look at it, see. And no, it just keeps going to turn 4 exit, so I'm not sure what's going on there. So with your first caution coming out tonight, it's still going to be Caden McWhorter in that 14 machine on the point, followed by the 747 of Tyson Banks. The 212 of Briley Putman is in third. Looks like the 747 is picking that high side with a Delaware double restart here, as he was getting that low side going. Delaware double restart. The leader will be in front of everyone else, as the second place driver gets a decision of top or bottom lane, and the rest of the field follows suit of where they are on the field. So even is going to be up high or low depending on where the second place driver picks. And I thought he picked the high side, but he's going to go down low. So we have the evens on the inside and odds on the outside as they go in turn number 1. Still make sure that everyone's fine here. The pace truck lights are still on, so we're not going to go green flag racing just yet, as we're 3 laps into this event. The top 3, I believe that was the top 5, were racing out there. It's good action. And it's going to be Caden in that 14 machine leading the field as they go down the back straightaway. And he can fire at any point in turn 3. As the pace truck's pulling off, he's firing it up there. He's going to lead us to the green flag. Here goes the 747 of Tyson Banks down low as they go in turn number 1. Tyson Banks still has that low side. The 212 is going to be hot on his heels. The 747 is going to get a good jump there as they go in turn number 3. He's going to be reeling in the 14 of Caden McWhorter. We have a battle for your 4th position between the 87 and the 109. As the 109 looks down low, or I'm sorry, the 109 is up high, the 87 is down low. They come down the back straightaway. The 109 is still sitting in 4th on the outside. We're going to have nose to tail as they come out turn 4 for your lead as well. The 109 is getting something going on the outside. The 212 is going to go up there as well as they come down the back out of turn 2 and down the back straightaway. The 212 and the 109, they're nose to tail as they come down the back straightaway there. And the 14 of Caden McWhorter is going to be still leading the field, as we have the 109 looking outside for your position number 3 as they go in turn number 3. The 109 is getting the high side going. And at the line, it's still going to be the 212 in third, but the 109 is getting that momentum going as everyone else is down low. We're coming out turn number 2. The 109 is going to take over your third position. He's going to look for more as he's up there, and everyone else is down low. We got contact between the 212 and the 747 in turn number 3. The 109 is going to take over your third position and battling it out still for your second position as they come out turn number 2. That's where he's been getting everyone out, is coming off turn number 2, and he's going to move up to your second position. And the 14 machines moved up there to the top side as well. As we are 10 laps into your 50-lap main event here, the 747 stuck down low. He's going backwards just a little bit. And the 109 is trying to make a move on your leader. As we go up there, we're going to have a slide job for the lead. He's not going to clear it, but the 14 is going to squeeze back up there, and he's going to maintain the lead as they come down the back straightaway and enter turn number 3. The 109 is trying to get that momentum going, and Tyson Banks is still down low in the 5th position. The 109 is following in suit, as well as the top 5 drivers all running the top side here along all of the track. As they come out turn number 4, they're going to complete lap number 13. The 109 and 212 are ready to go and try to pass Caden McWhorter in that 14 machine. Here goes a slide job attempt from the 109 as he will not clear it. Coming out turn number 4, it's still going to be the 14 of McWhorter. The 212 is going to be right there and try to throw that slide job too in turns 1 and 2. He's not going to clear it. They're going to go back in their positions. We're ready to go and keep it going. Again, this is where your battle's at right here. Currently, I'm going to try to make my way through the field, but I'm scared that if I move away from your lead, they're going to try to throw us another slide job as we're 15 laps into this event. And I want to go back just a little bit. We're going to go look at Tyson Banks in that 747. He rounds out your top 5. You're going to have Michael Carter in that 15 machine. He's in 6. We have the 51 looking down low of Jacob Laster. He's going to be sitting in 7th. And the 357 of Braden Rich. They're battling it out for 7th. With the 157 of Drew Hopkins, they're going to be 3 wide coming out turn 4. We're going to go back up there to the front because we're running side by side. That's going to be the 14 and the 109. Again, thank you for liking the stream and sharing it as well. We're still going to be side by side coming out turn number 4. We're going to be battling it out for your lead still between the 109 and the 14, as they're going to be side by side coming out turn 2. The 109 pushed up just a little bit. Looks like they made a little bit of contact with the right front with the 109 of James Broswell. Here comes the 212. He's going to run it in deep and throw a little slide job on himself. As the 109 looks down low in 1 and 2, the 14 is still getting the high side going. The 14 is getting that momentum coming out turn number 2, still leading the field and holding off the hard charger of James Broswell in that 109 machine. Here comes the 87 of Daniel Elkins looking down low. The 109 machine is going to try once again, and they're coming out to, we're going to be side by side. The 14 is going to get that momentum going. Here comes the 109 looking down low, enter turn number 3. He's going to throw a slide job with the 14 doing a crossover, and at the line it's still going to be the 14 just by a hair as they go in turn number 1. We're still going to be side by side. The 212 is ready to go as these top 2 drivers are racing it side by side. The 212 and the 87 is going to be trying to come in here. Here comes the 109 again, trying to run another slide job. We're going to have a new leader at the line, and that's going to be the 109 of James Broswell. The 14 machines are going to get that momentum going in turn 1, as they're going to be nose to tail going down the back straightaway, as we're not even halfway through with this event yet. They're going to be side by side for your third place between the 87 and the 212, and that's going to be Daniel Elkins and Briley Putman. The 109 is looking down low. He's going to throw a slide job on the 14 machine. The 14 is going to do a crossover. The 109 is getting the high side going. Here comes the 14 down low in turn 3. Again, this is your battle for your lead here as the 3rd and 4th place positions made contact. And the 109 is going to be throwing a slide job in 1 and 2 here. And he's going to get that high side going. Here goes 14 with the crossover. As they come down the back straightaway, it's going to be the 109. 14 is going to look down low in turn 3. He's not going to clear it. It's going to be the 109 of James Broswell taking the lead at the halfway point as we're halfway through with your 50-lap main event here tonight. And again, they're coming up on lap traffic. I'm scared to actually move away from these 2 drivers as they are racing it out side by side. You have Briley Putman and Daniel Elkins racing it for battling it out for third. And as they're battling out, Michael Carter is in fifth. He's coming back into the picture here. And that's going to be your top five, with Tyson Banks and the 747 will be in sixth. And we have a caution flag coming out. And that's going to be your second caution flag for tonight. And I don't see any red. Oh, there it is right there. As soon as we go back, you see the contact between the 35 and the 22 as they come out of turn number 2 right in front of Blake Bailey and Josh Smith. That's going to bring out your second caution for the night. As we're 27 laps down into your main event, it's going to be the 109 of James Broswell leading the field, followed by the 14 of Caden McWhorter. The 212 of Briley Putman is going to be in third. Daniel Elkins and the 87 machine is going to be in fourth, followed by Michael Carter in fifth. The 747 of Tyson Banks is going to be sixth. Braden Rich in the 357 is going to be in seventh. Drew Hopkins in the 157 is going to be eighth. Jacob Laster, 51, is going to be ninth, followed by Mitchell Brady in the 113. He's going to be rounding out the top 10. And we're going to go green flag racing next time around, so wait for the ticker to kind of calm down here so that way I can get back to your leader. If I can't get to the leader, we'll do it this way. There we go. As the leader can go in turn 3, he can fire at any point now. And he's going to hit that green pedal, or loud pedal. He's ready to go as he's getting the green flag. The 014 of Caden McWhorter is going to fall back into second with the 212 in third. Daniel Elkins in the 87 machine is going to be fourth, followed by the 15 of Michael Carter. As they go in turn number 3, Briley Putman is looking to throw a slide job on the 14 machine. That's going to be your battle for second. Here comes the 15 machine looking down low of Daniel Elkins. That's going to be a battle for fourth. The 357 is going to look down low below the 747. That's going to be a battle for sixth. So many battles going out on the field right now. As the 14 is getting the high side going, the 212 is trying to get that slider line going. Here comes Daniel Elkins looking down low as they come down to turn number 4, and they're enter turn 1. The 15 machine is going to be underneath the 87 down the back straightaway, and that's going to be your battle for fourth between these two drivers. The 15 is getting it going. They made a little bit of contact, but we're going to stay straight and green as the 15 is going to take over your fourth position. And here comes the 87 on the outside. He's going to take over his fourth position back over as the 15 and the 747 of Tyson Banks are running side by side, and that's going to be your battle for fifth. As we have 57 going in a little bit hot there, and turn number 1, he turned it sideways but corrected it, and we're not going to have a caution flag for that one. As we stay green, and we have less than 20 laps remaining in this event, as James Broswell in that 109 is still going to be in the lead, followed by the 14. Briley Putman in third, as the 87 of Daniel Elkins looks down low, and Tyson Banks, he's back in the top 5 here, followed by Michael Carter in that 15 machine. As we have 16, yeah, I believe that's 16 laps remaining. No, 17 laps remaining. I'm sorry about that when I counted my laps wrong. The 14 of Caden McWhorter is starting to reel in the leader of James Broswell. As who you have on your screen is going to be third, fourth. Oh, I'm sorry, that's going to be fourth, fifth, and sixth on the screen. As the 15, and Michael Carter looks down low. He's trying to get back up there in the fifth and fourth positions. The 157 of Drew Hopkins, he's trying to follow the 747 around. As we have 15 laps remaining in this event, the 747 is going to go on the outside here as they go in turn number 4. Michael Carter's looking down low as the two leaders your first and second place position are walking away from the rest of the field. That's where they are, followed by, you see the field coming in play here, as we're going to be watching the gap here on those leaders. As we're watching Daniel Elkins in that 87 machine, he's trying to reel in the 212 of Briley Putman, and they're going to try to battle it out for your third position. And we're going to be 3 wide behind them. That's going to be Michael Carter. That's going to be Drew Hawkins, Tyson Banks, and Mitchell Brady. They're going to be three wide there for just a little bit. And they're coming out to turn number 4. And that's where your racing action is. You're not missing anything up front, as we have 11 laps remaining. Go back up to your front, as they have only 10 laps remaining in this event, with the 109 of James Broswell still leading the field. The 14 of Caden McWhorter is going to try to reel him back in here, with Briley Putman in third. Daniel Elkins looks down low in turns 3 and 4, but here comes Michael Carter looking down low below him. Again, on the screen, you have third, fourth, and fifth as they come out of turn 2 down the back straightaway, followed by the 157 and 6, Tyson Banks. And that 747, that blue car coming in your screen, that's going to be your 7th place car. And this is where your drivers, we're going to try to race it out for your third and final podium spot between the 212, the 87, the 15, and the 157. As they're going to be side by side, enter turn number 1. The 212 is going to get the high side going. The 87 is looking down low. Here comes the 15 of Michael Carter looking down low on the 87. As they're going to be going in turn number 3. Michael Carter in that 15 machine, he's just running a full car length lower. We're going to have contact back behind these drivers and possible caution coming out here soon, as they're going to be side by side entering turn number 1. Coming down the back straightaway, we're going to go back up there to that lead is still going to be James Broswell, as he's getting 5 laps remaining in this event. The 212s trying to hold off Michael Carter and Daniel Elkins for that third and final podium spot. That's the race on your screen right now. That's going to be your third, fourth, and fifth battling it out for third as we near the last laps of this race. Here comes Daniel Elkins looking down low of the 212. He's going to throw a slide job. They're going to make contact. And Daniel Elkins is going to take over your third position. Michael Carter is going to move past the 212 as well. As they come out turn number 4, we're going to have a caution flag come out for your remaining laps. So that should negate that pass that Daniel made, because I don't think they made a full lap after that. As we go follow Brad Allman here in the 9 machine. I believe that was right behind him. And see the 27 and the 357 make contact there. And the 109 and the 14 did not want to see that one come out. I know that Daniel Elkins in the 87 machine just made the pass on the 212 for the third and final podium position, and he had to move back a spot. As we have 3 laps remaining for your main event here, for your 50-lap main event at Volusia, for your spring showdown season opener. And with us under 10 laps remaining, it should be a single file restart. The field's still led by James Broswell in the 109. The 14 of Caden McWhorter is going to be second. Briley Putman in the 212 is going to be third. Daniel Elkins And the 87 is going to be fourth. And rounding out your top five is going to be the 015 of Michael Carter. Drew Hopkins, and the 157 is going to be sixth. The 747 of Tyson Banks is seventh. The 011 of Blake Bailey. He's been the hard charger so far as he's moved up 15 positions. And then we have the 113 of Mitchell Brady, followed by Jacob Laster in the 51. 17 of Zachary, the 37 of Brandon Marlowe, the 124 of Cade Ballinger, the 83 of Josh Smith, the 9 of Brad Allman. Again, this has been some good racing action here for your season opener. They're receiving the rolled up green flag. They're ready to get this show back on the road as we're going to go green flag racing next time around. Again, the field is going to be led by James Broswell in that 109, followed by the 14 of Caden McWhorter. Can the 212 of Briley Putman hold off the charging field of the 87, Daniel Elkins, and the 15 of Michael Carter as they go on turn number 3. And James is going to hit that loud pedal. He's ready to go as they enter turn number 1. The 14 is going to be just a little bit higher, and we're going to be having a battle again for your third position between Briley Putman and Daniel Elkins. Sorry, the 14 machine blinked out there, and that threw me off as we have 2 laps remaining here. And thank you again for liking the stream, Mike Manise, as the 109 is going to slide himself going into turn 1 and trying to hold off that position there as he's coming out turn number 4. He's getting the white flag this time around as we have one more time around Volusia here to determine who your winner is going to be, as the 109 is going to slide himself going into turn 1 again. The 14 machine is trying to get some momentum here. He's going to throw a Hail Mary, and he's not going to clear as they come out of turn number 4. Your 109 of James Broswell is going to take the win, followed by Caden McWhorter, and Briley Putman is going to round out your top 3. That was one hell of a race, and glad to see it. And glad we can bring it here on Right Rear Racing. We're going to call the rest of the field. And finishing 4th is going to be Daniel Elkins. 5th, Michael Carter. Drew Hopkins is going to finish 6th. Blake Bailey in 7th. Tyson Banks in 8th. Zachary in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is going to be Jacob Laster. In 11th is going to be Mitchell Brady. 12th is going to be Brandon Marlowe, followed by Cade Ballinger, and Tyler Burrow is going to be 14th, and Brad Allman is going to round out your top 15. Then we have Brad Lawson in 16th, Josh Smith in 17th, followed by Jordan Moore in 18th. In 19th, we're going to have Cody Connor. 20th is Caleb Branch, followed by Earl Arts Jr., finishing 21st. And Braden Rich in 22nd. Jordan finishes in 23rd, and rounding out the field is going to be Colton Snyder, as that's going to complete your first feature of the Showdown, the Spring Showdown series. Again, if you're interested in joining this series, go to dirtseries.com and register today, as we're going to hear from your top 3 drivers. That's going to be Briley Putman, Cade McWhorter, and James Broswell. And we already have Briley Putman over here, and we're going to hear from them shortly. And Briley, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Man, that was one hell of a show y'all put on. They're on the closing laps. You're having to defend your third place finish there. Where's the track more comfortable at for you during those closing laps?
I don't know. I was just really just searching to try to see if I could find something better. Like, I was running that slider line in 1 and 2, and like I tried the bottom in 3 and 4, but I just felt more comfortable running slider, kind of like running the slaughter, and then right there after that restart, I started running middle in 3 and 4, and I seemed like I was pretty comfortable there.
And I know that you and Daniel made contact coming out of turn two whenever Daniel made a pass on you there. Um, got saved by the caution. What was going through your mind on that whenever the caution came out?
I was just thankful the caution come out there whenever he threw that slaughter and kind of got me in the left front. I just probably deserved it where I got into him in 3 and 4. I want to apologize to him for that. I didn't mean to, but other than that, I was just thankful for the caution.
And that caution seemed to save you for your podium here tonight.
Oh, it 100% did.
And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to, man?
Oh yeah, I just want to thank Thornton Iron and Metal, Morris Press Construction, Michael Steel Graphics, Hornstone and Salvage, and all of y'all for putting this stuff on, and you for streaming it, and just everybody else for a good race.
Yes, sir. And hopefully we catch you more over here with the Dirt Series and over on Right Rear Racing for podium finishes.
I hope so.
And again, congratulations on your third place finish.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night, man.
You too.
And and there you have it, your third place finisher of Briley Putman. And we have Caden is, I believe that was, yeah, it's Caden, and your second place finisher. We're about to hear from him. And Caden, are you there?
Yep.
And y'all again, like I told Briley, y'all put on one hell of a show tonight. You had a car set up with whatever you made the small modifications because I know it's a fixed race. Early on, where did the track feel comfortable to you at whenever you had the lead, I should say?
I started on the top. And I felt pretty good. And then I saw Putman, I think, on the bottom. So I went down to the bottom, ran that for, I think, till like halfway. And then the top came in and did that. And then I got rolled around by someone. Then we just slid each other pretty much the whole race.
Yeah, you and James were putting on one hell of a show, sliding each other back and forth, and still keeping it clean whenever y'all were sliding each other. So, hats off to y'all on that aspect of it.
Yeah, me and James had a pretty good race there. It was tough following him because I wanted to make a move, but I really don't think I could have done anything, better. So, yeah, I just kind of followed him.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but towards that end of the race, both of y'all were just basically running the same line and getting the same lap times.
Oh yeah, I was trying to see if I could run it better than him and get to his back bumper, but he was running it better than I was. So I think I did 3 laps where I went to the top and I fell backwards. So just kind of had to follow him.
And you still can't be upset with the second place finish. So congratulations on that. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I got to thank Brother Trey Setup Shops for getting me hooked up, even though it's fixed. And all my sponsors. I don't know what I'm supposed to say. I don't know if I'm supposed to say my real ones, but thanks to everyone for getting me here.
You can say your real ones if you want. It doesn't matter over here on this side.
Okay. I got to thank McCorder Betting, Canis Ford, Pontiac RV, Farrell Farms, J. Dickens Race Engines, Longhorn Chassis. I'm forgetting a bunch of people, but all of them.
And I do have one more question for you before we end this interview with you. Exactly how do you say your last name? Because I think I might have butchered it during the broadcast, and if I did, I'm sorry.
You're good. McCorder.
McQuarter.
Yep.
Okay, so I did butcher. I was calling you McQuarter.
Yeah, it's fine. Everyone does.
So just want to apologize on that aspect of it, but I correct it now, and it'll be corrected from the rest of the season.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, sir, and congratulations again. And there you have it, your second place finisher of Caden McQuarter. And now we're going to hear from your winner, James Broswell. Again, I probably butcher his last name as well. And James, are you there?
Yeah, Braswell. Yeah, you're pretty close.
Okay. So you're listening to me over there, so you already know what I was about to ask you. So hopefully I get it right next time.
No, Braswell. Yeah, you're good.
Braswell.
You're pretty close.
Yeah. So again, congratulations on your win. I watched you there whenever you were about fourth early on in the race, fifth or 4th, and you jumped up to that high side as everyone else is down low, run that low side, and you got that high side going. What was kind of walk me through that part of the race?
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna pass somebody when you're bumper to bumper on the low side, and 3 and 4 is really good. So I went from fifth to second. Then I first noticed that the high side was in, so he moved up, and I was kind of like trying to slide him 2 or 3 times, but I made sure not to park it on him. So there's probably 3 or 4 attempts, and I just stalled it out to let him go around on the outside because I did not want to wreck us both and ruin our race. So I usually don't have a lot of patience, but I had a lot of patience with that one, and just try to set up the moves. And finally, 1 and 2 is kind of hard to do, but 3 and 4, if you can do it just right, and that's where I did it at, and you can cross the line and get a decent run in 1 and 2. You can hold the lead out, and then once it gets to me, once it gets slider, it's pretty locked down, and if you can stay really smooth with it, you can pull away with it at Volusia. This is one of my top 3 tracks that I love, so I know the line very well here, especially in pros.
Oh, I understand that 100%. Was one of my favorite tracks to run at whenever I actually run. So I know that you said that you're getting run on them whenever you're running the high side coming out of 4, but you did get that run on them coming out of 4, but you made 2 passes back to back laps coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, that he was running top 1 and 2. I knew the slider was in, and so like I figured he would go to it, but he never did. So like I would always go almost to his left front tire going into 1. And I was expecting him to do it every time. Then I think eventually he clipped the wall just a little bit. So when I hit it, I had a good run to really slide him in 3 and 4 and hold the lead. But he just kept going 1 and 2 at the very top, and it was definitely in and right through the slick and keep it straight all the way out the 2. That was definitely the fastest line, and I did it 4 or 5 times behind him. I don't know. I think he just felt more comfortable up top, but just stay with it, stay patient, and it'll work out, I guess.
Yes, sir. And I got one more question for you before asking you about your sponsors. On that last caution, whenever y'all only had 3 more laps remaining, what was your strategy on that restart?
Well, I never lived the whole race, so like when I saw the 1.2 second lead right there, like 3 to go, I felt really good. But like my tires were pretty roasted. I didn't check them when I exited the race, but like I did not like save or nothing. Like I was literally hammered down the whole entire race. So I was worried about that when I looked down because I'm in VR, so I can't look at the lead or nothing what I'm at. I could just see my rearview mirror and kind of gauge it. But when I saw the caution, I knew how bad my tires were, so I was a little worried because he can go in there and slide and bump me a little bit, give me a loose. Anything could happen. And then like on the restart, like he was itching really bad because he lifted my back end up a little bit, but I didn't care. But I mean, I probably did the same thing. Just you're itching, try to get the win in second, man. Second's the worst spot. I'd rather be third than second if I'm behind the leader. And I hit the lines really good to stay smooth, and it pulled it out just enough, and just try to protect 3 and 4 to where he slid in there really close, and he was clean. He didn't hit me or anything, so I appreciate him doing that, and we just took on the win. That's really good to do. Pretty proud of myself.
Yes, sir. With 44 cars starting and taking the win, that's a very challenging feat in itself. And do you have any sponsors that you'd like to give a shout out to?
Yeah, my team, which we ain't really a team no more, but I'm like the only one who represents them. It's Mid-South Mafia, and love all my guys over at CFM, Fergie, Blake and Evan, and Bob and all them over there at CFM Esports. Really good group of guys, and Sweet Victory Apparel. And my buddy Tyler, he spotted me through that race. He messed up and he raced tonight, Tyler Carter. He kind of messed up and broke his right front, so I made him stand there and spot me a little bit at least some kind of help. And it all worked out pretty good.
Yes, sir. And again, congratulations on your victory tonight, and hopefully we catch more of you here on the podium in in the next 5 weeks, I should say.
Yeah, man. Appreciate y'all streaming it, man. It was good. I think we had 2 cautions maybe the whole race, so it was a great race.
Yeah,
Like
two,
you don't want to see a lot of cautions, so we had 2. I don't think we had 3. I
it's
think we had 2.
three.
It was a good race.
It's 2 or 3, something like that. But yes, it was
Yep.
very good racing. It was a good show to put on here on Right Rear Racing as well.
Yep. All right, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep, thank you, sir.
Mhm.
And there you have it, your winner from tonight's race of James Braswell. And that's going to conclude your Dirt Series Spring Showdown season opener for the Spring 50. And you can catch us live here on Right Rear Racing on Saturday for the Western States Dwarf Car Association iRacing League at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time for the next broadcast. Again, as always, stay tuned for some great announcements here on Facebook. And please give us a like, follow, share, wherever you're at. Go like, follow, share Dirt Series on Facebook. Go to their website. Sign up if you're interested in racing in the races here. And we will catch you next time here on Right Rear Racing.